Hey guys, it's Broman back here in Destiny to go over a pretty exciting exotic. It's only taken me since the release of the game to finally bust my own butt hard enough to get myself a Thorn. And after a extremely long session of PvP that I did stream and greatly regretted, we finally got ourselves a Thorn. So let us take a quick look at what the Thorn has to offer now, and maybe go over one or two of the kind of hand cannon changes that have come to Destiny with the most recent weapon tweaks. Now, the hand cannon changes first. Basically, they reduce stability over distance, and they made it so you can't snipe with the hand cannon, right? Obviously, this is not the case. You can still snipe pretty damn well. You can still hit things from far away with a pretty decent amount of damage. The accuracy fall off from firing rapidly is not a big problem, especially when you're using the Thorn. So, you know, pretty empty nerf. But, you know, the Thorn is an exceptional hand cannon, so let's dig into it and see exactly what kind of sexy bits it's got, and then maybe murder some more things. So here you go, guys. This is the Thorn. To rend one's enemies is to see them not as equals, but objects, hollow of spirit and meaning. Very spooky. Very spooky. But this is the Thorn hand cannon. It is a kinetic damage hand cannon. It's got a whole bunch of different things. You got your field choke. You got your aggressive ballistics if you want to get really stable. I like to do the range here. We can really get the big range with Send It, but we're not going to do that. It's also got final rounds, so the last round's going to always do a ton of damage. And this marker of the Devourer, which is hard for me to say apparently. Mark of the Devourer. Rounds pierce targets and cause lingering damage over time. So this causes your hot, spicy little burn damage. I really like to run this with the perfect balance. The stability increase is very, very noticeable. I was using the Thorn in PvP today, and people were like, dude, use the goddamn thing. And I was like, whatever, it doesn't make that big of a difference, does it? And I started using it, and I was like, God, I'm an idiot. Yeah. So as you can see, we got a little damage over time going on when we use the Thorn. You got your core damage, and then the green glowy goop bits, of course, are going to do a little bit more damage over time. They don't stack, which kind of makes me sad. If they did stack, it would probably be a little ridiculous. Like, I understand the point of them not stacking, but at the same time, against larger enemies, like, you know, a strike boss or something, it'd be nice to be able to put 9 dots on them at the same time. But that would obviously be massively overpowered, because you can drain health constantly. You got a team of folks rocking the Thorn, you're just tearing through enemies with dots and normal damage. So, obviously, my wish for that to be true had to go away. But hey, it's still fantastic. Now, the Thorn is pretty fun in PvE, but where it really shines is in PvP. Now, you might be saying, like, why does it shine like that in PvP? Well, the lingering dot means that you can actually track people with the Thorn. Also, you land a couple of headshots and the dot damage might kill them. Then you might just go a little bit lucky. They might just be dead. And if anything, it causes a whole lot of stress on the other player if they're, you know, hit with the dot, because they're worried if they're going to die or not. And you could say, bro, man, how do you know that it stresses out another player? And I can tell you why. Because when I get hit with it, I get very stressed out. And I'm not the best PvP player. I'm not. I'm terrible. That's why it took me 5.5 hours to get the Thorn PvP bounty done. But, you know, in PvP, for most people, having more damage hitting you when no one's shooting at you is at the very least disconcerting, and at the most panic-inducing. So not only does the Thorn let you kind of treat other people in a very mean way, but it also, you know, does the cute little damage over time thing. So it's stressful, and it still hurts. It's really nice. I really dislike the Thorn in PvP. When I fight people with the Thorn, it hurts my feelings. Another thing about the Thorn is you'll notice that its projectiles are actually thorns. Look at that shit. Literally spooky spikes. Well, literally spooky spikes. That looks like it would hurt tremendously. I'm really happy I don't get hit by spooky spikes. It's almost the size of the whole gun. It's straight up evil shit. So that is the Thorn, guys. The fantastically difficult to get if you're bad at PvP like myself. Thorn. Just grab that hot, spicy, you know, bounty and work your way through it. It's definitely worth your time investment. It's a solid hand cannon. I would put it up against the Hawkmoon. I know that probably makes some people upset, but the truth is the Hawkmoon is great, but the Thorn is great too. The Thorn does a very unique thing. It's the only that I can come to think of from a raw weapon standpoint. It's the only thing that causes damage over time, other than the burning, you know, grenades or fire punching and shit like that. So it's fantastic. I really hope they introduce more dot weapons. It'd be fun to have a weapon that was a pure damage, in my opinion, fun to have a weapon that would be pure damage over time. Very low damage, but a high dot that could maybe stack, so longer time on target would increase the amount of damage that it could do. That would be fun. But you know, who knows when that'll happen. Maybe never. Maybe always. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore, guys. I'm just rambling. I really, really like playing with the Thorn. It's my absolute favorite gun to play with right now. Yeah, which makes me happy because it was really hard to get. It was really hard to get. I'm pretty much just sitting here with a gigantic shit-eating grin on my face because I actually have the Thorn, and it's been 6 months, and I can't believe I actually have the Thorn. Which I'm sure some of you will feel that way very soon. I highly recommend picking this up. It's worth your time. You know, putting in a little bit of PvP here and there to get that Thorn bounty done is massively worth it. Thanks for watching today, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for listening to me ramble on about the Thorn. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and do not forget that I fucking love each and every one of you guys. And I will catch you next time with my hot spicy Thorn in Destiny.